What's up, twin? How you doing? I'm not looking at chat for a second. Give me a minute. You guys are probably gonna hear Ash in the background. All right. So he's got one, two, three, four, five, six buffs getting extended, and I've got five, right? Two here. Anchor rates bring in two. Hmm. Perfect timing. Just hopped on. What's up, Nick? Uh, Gad. What in reference to what? Am I doing better? I didn't realize I wasn't doing good. I guess yes. I don't know. I'm having a really tough time right now with this team, and I'm waiting. I need some help. Uh, let me do something real quick here. I think I may have figured something out. I don't I don't need Skull Crusher for this team. Maybe just watched a video from a couple weeks ago. Seemed like work and everything sucked. Well, I don't have. I'm not working anymore, so don't have to worry about that one. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. What seems to be the problem? I'm kind of new. Actually, not really. I have physics. Yeah, but I don't know that you're gonna be able to figure out kind of what I'm looking for here. So, I'm trying to figure out why Godseeker keeps dying in this comp, and only Godseeker. I'm thinking that I'm not growing the shield fast enough with my Wixwell. I think I need more buffs. Let me look. What was his speed? So 235 speed, but he has a speed aura. Maybe I'm just too slow. 100% could be the problem. Because I'm 248 speed without running a speed aura. What's his high Katoon speed? It's 251. Alright, let's see. What's her defense? Well, Deacon won't work because Deacon takes 2 turns, so he's gonna run himself out of the buffs. Um, I mean, I could take Deacon just for the aura and see maybe that would tell me if the speed aura is the problem. I guess that's a good point. We can try that and turn off his one ability. So, Ultra Nightmare, select the team. And then, just for the test, I'll take out Geomancer and put well, no, I need Deacon as a speed lead. So Deacon as a speed lead, and then Godseeker's defense is she has more defense than anybody else that's not dying. But I do like the idea of seeing if it's a speed issue first. So the other thing I'm going to do too is take it off manual for the start, or auto for the start. So we can put this on Godseeker, because she will be the stun target. Maybe not now that Deacon's in here, but... Oh, shoot, this isn't going to work. Okay, hang on. I got to do this, and then I got to do this, and I got to crash the game. All right. Okay. Because I have to turn off Deacon's ability. I've already 3-keyed it, but I don't want to waste keys because I need to test. So this, we go in here and we turn off Deacon's turn meter. Because of the extra turn. We don't want the extra turn. I totally you don't need ally protection with this team. You don't need it. This is not an ally protection team. It's an infinity shield team. So yes, I get counterattack, but Skullcrusher doesn't do enough damage. I want to bring 2 damage dealers. That's an infinity shield team. You don't need ally protection. Or I shouldn't need ally protection. That's one of the key things. It could be a problem where I don't have survivability and I may need to bring another debuff. Or, sorry, buff. And maybe then, counterattack would be worthwhile. But I don't need it for this team. So, and Skullcrusher just doesn't hit very hard. He helps you live, but he doesn't hit hard. So I need people that can hit hard. Either way, we're going to test this aura and see if this will make the difference on the team. But I am going to start it in manual again. Because this is an Infinity Shield team with Wixwell. I don't know if you noticed Wixwell's on the team. So now when I set it for auto, you're going to see how big these shields get. That their health bars are going to get down to like 3 bars, if not lower. So I'm only extending 5 buffs. That's my thought. Because his shield is proportional to the buff extended, and Ash had 6 per ally, because he had a speed aura in there, which I don't have. So that's my other theory, is if it's not speed, then it might be a problem of not having enough buff extension, enough buffs to extend, because it's proportional to how many buffs he extends. So the growing that shield big enough to survive is kind of the problem, because it gets progressively bigger as the fight goes on. So Godseeker doesn't die for a while, not until, or sorry, she doesn't die, but her, so let me pause this real quick so I can explain this too, so you guys can help me. And so we have 2 shields. We have the shield set shield, that's this one. And then we have this shield. That's Wixwell's shield, okay? Now, yes, it only says 2 turns, but trust me, the shields aren't falling off out of time. They're falling off out of damage. Now, we're building that shield up, so we're not really worried about it right now. I will say that we take more damage now because we don't have the passive from Geomancer, reducing damage taken. So that Could be a problem. And yes, I know that Godseeker is my stun target every time. You haven't built yours yet. Helped a few people. Most use Haikatune for speed lead and permanent speed buff. I totally get that. Totally get using Haikatune. I would use, instead of her, I would actually use Razzlevar. But I'm not worried about that. May be the issue. If we think speed is the issue, then Razzlevarg is going to get built and get put into this team because he does exactly what Haikatune can do, but he hits way harder. So that would be what I would do. So it could be a speed issue. But my speeds, I built everyone really, really fast for the most part. My concern isn't everyone else's speed. My concern is Wixwell's speed. Ideally, you need everyone to be fast enough to keep up with Wixwell so that he doesn't run out his own buffs. But that's currently not happening. I have the speeds close enough between Godseeker and Wixwell that he doesn't run out his own buffs anymore. That was a problem that I had. But now the problem, 4 buff extenders, yeah, that would work too. The issue isn't, nothing's falling off, guys. Like, he's not in reflex. I know that would make a difference too, because then I could avoid some of the other issues, but I don't have good reflex gear, and I'm out of silver right now, so maybe I just have to try this again later after I farm some silver. But right now, what I'm trying to figure out, and you guys will see it, is that Godseeker is getting... This shield is getting destroyed off of her. Not timing out, so the buff extenders isn't a problem. I have enough buff extension to keep the buffs up through the whole fight. It's that this shield, the one that's provided by the item, is falling off of her, which means that it's not getting leveled up enough by Wixwell. But it's not happening to anybody else on the team. Only Godseeker and Neri. I thought maybe her defense was low. She has 4,800 defense right now. Now, it doesn't start happening until I'd say around, I want to say like turn 18 is the magic turn. And I'm just going to pause it here and show like 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2. Like we still have enough timing on these buffs. And we're about to get the extension there. So everyone still has all of their buffs. Right? All of their shield buffs are extended right now. There it goes. See? It's gone. He just damaged away the second, the shield buff that came from the shield set. But only on Godseeker and Neri. So now, let's crash this and try another theory. That's with a speed or a lead. I don't know what Haikatune's aura is, but I will check that here in a second. I'm going to crash to save my key. We're going to crash this. Now, she is getting stun targeted, so she does take extra damage than everybody else. But I can't understand why that is totaling so much more over the course of the fight than anyone else. So let's see. Deacon's aura is 19%. Oh, Haikatune's is the same, but no increased speed buff. So the other thing I want to try is this. And this is kind of in line with the idea of using an ally protector to try and mitigate extra damage. So I need him out. I want him in the lead for the increased defense. And then let's put in Ursula. Now, her aura is Doom Tower, so I can't use her aura here. Oh! Well, I manualed it, so Wixwell should have been using this as priority, but I did remove him from the team a set earlier, so it's possible that that wasn't working. And then we open with that. What's up, Crayons? How you doing? And then I actually want to start with this. Now, this is going to bring Strengthen, and she's going to bring Increase Attack. So that's 2 additional buffs that Wixwell... This is kind of an experiment, right? So the team is still slower, but he's extending more buffs, and because it's proportional to the buffs that he extends, we're gaining 2 buffs. We're gaining a Strengthen and Increase Attack instead of just a speed from Haikatun. So we'll see if this has any changes. I want to make sure that everybody else's abilities are all correct. Save it. And we're going to test. And we put this on Godseeker first. Now set it for auto. And we wait and see. So do we grow the shields faster now, even though we're slower? And then there's the perfect middle ground is Razelvarg. Because Razelvarg gives us a speed or a lead. And Razelvarg also gives us increased accuracy. So that's a speed buff and increased accuracy buff getting extended. So we are extending, currently we're extending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buffs that we're currently extending. And then Razelvarg makes one of those buffs be speed and makes one of those buffs be the increased accuracy, which we don't need, but it helps grow that shield faster, potentially. That's what I'm thinking. It does feel like this shield's growing bigger than it was before. The problem is I don't have Razelvarg built. I'm actually willing to test him at level 50 on this, though. Just because all I need is to hit speeds. The problem is I don't have any silver. I have spent all my silver troubleshooting this problem. So, yeah, we are growing the shield faster now. Because she's down to 3 bars of HP on turn 8. That didn't happen before. So that's the problem. It's a combination of multiple things. That could be, yeah. Putting Geo in for Newt, I can do that too if this continues to be an issue. But I really think I've got it figured out. Because of her HP bars being 3. Now they're down to 2. It was the number of buffs that I had. That's the problem. So I still think Razelvarg gets put in this team instead of Ursula because she doesn't do any damage. And Razelvarg would have the same impact while also doing damage. Now, it could also be because of the strengthen buff, we're also taking less damage, and he's increasing the shield faster. So it could be twofold things, right? Yeah, see, we're down to 2 bars on HP for everybody. All right, turn 18 is the magic turn, right? So if we get to turn 18 and this shield is still up, we are good. If that shield falls off at turn 18, then we're still hosed. and that means that something's wrong. But based on what I'm seeing right now, everything looks right. Now, we may not make 1,500 turns, and we certainly took a big damage loss. I was at about 1,000,000 damage per turn with my other double thing. But, yeah, look at that. We're down to 1 HP bar for, yeah, we figured it out. It was the number of buffs. I didn't bring enough buffs in the team. And this is something that is really important to learn. I need to get the word out about this. Because that's something that many people cannot realize that they're doing. Because no one's saying that. Everyone's saying, like, hey, you're not getting, like, they're saying, oh, use an increased speed champion. But no one's saying that it's speeding up the team, but also giving him more buffs to extend. And that's an important distinction, because you could say, well, I don't need an increased speed. I'm going to hit the buffs or whatever. But we don't have... Yeah, everything looks good now. This is great. This is great. This is really, really good. I'm going to have to make a video on this, and it's going to have to be a separate video. Look at that. Look at that big shield. Look at that big shield on Wixwell. We didn't see anything close to that size of a shield before, right? Yes, yeah, I might struggle on Spirit, but I'm going to bring in an increased speed champion. Like, I'm not going to do that. This was testing that theory about how the shield is getting extended or how the shield is getting grown. I keep saying extended. I'm sorry, how the shield is getting grown. So this is an Infinity team now. Like, we know that. We can tell. You can clearly see these shields are massive. Once this shield turns into one of these shields, and once this shield turns into one of these shields, there's no coming back from that. We are extending it at a greater rate than Clan Boss can do damage, right? So we've... Now, that does raise the question, is it the number of buffs, or is it that we have strengthened now, and he just can't hit us as hard? You know what I'm saying? So that is still a possibility. The strength in being there could be... Oh, yep, there we go. Look at that shield. Look at that big, beautiful shield. And I'll tell you guys why Newt is in there over Rathalos and Geomancer. Because Rathalos, it was happening to Uh-oh. So this may be where the speed issue comes into play, right? Because look at Godseeker's shield. Hers is way lower than everyone else's now. His is also getting kind of low. All right, let me take this off auto real quick so I can... I had 8 buffs getting extended and no strengthened. Cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because if Godseeker gets too low, I have to cancel the run. Which, I mean, I'm going to do anyways, I guess. But I really need to see how much of her HP starts coming back. Yeah, I think we're fine. No, I mean, yeah, Geo would definitely make it even better. If I had Geo combined with Ursula, it's definitely an Infinity team, but it doesn't do as much damage. Do we care? That's a valid point, right? Do we care to throw in Razelvarg um and a speed or elite, and high or whatever, right? And Geomancer will scale better than Newt as well because he scales off of the clan boss damage, which is going to get really high. So in the later rounds, he'll scale better than Newt would. Yeah, everything looks good. All of the... I do worry because our buffs are getting quite low, and Anchorite's pretty slow. I have a feeling that Anchorite... I have a feeling that at some point, the speed tune, if you will fall off, and someone's buff won't get extended. I am a little worried about that. Because he gets all the way down to 1 stack on his shields. Exactly, I don't need 300 million damage. What work for now? You can always adjust. You want that OP chest. Sorry, that grammatically confused me. I don't know what you're trying to say. Yeah, this will work just fine. Like, this would be 1 key worth of damage over the course of the fight. And Geomancer brings Weaken too, so we would actually do more damage as a whole team with Geomancer in the mix as well. Oh, hey! I forget what you told me to call you. Was it Ox? But hey, thank you for becoming a member, Ox. I really appreciate that. I don't know why my alerts are not working, and I'm really upset about that. So let me see if I can fix that. Oh wait, no, it's stream. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to do. No, it is. Oh no, what happened?
Shoot him, Kevin!
Okay. Wixwell did die? Yeah. So the timing, so Anchorite's too slow. All right. Well, good news is I know what I'm looking for. I got my alerts fixed, I think. So the proportion of speed is off. If we look at Anchorite, Anchorite is way too slow. So he's 208 speed, where Wixwell is 248 speed. So eventually Wixwell outrun, and then my Godseeker is still fine. Godseeker, I sped her up to be on the same speed as Wixwell to be 230. What I thought was happening is that Wixwell wasn't fast enough. So I was worried that Wixwell was not upping the shield enough, right? But, and so I sped him up, but everyone else was slow. And with everyone else being slow, I couldn't keep the buffs up. So, um, yeah, I just need to increase Anchorite's speed. He's harder to up his speed. I may have to slow everyone else down. So I'm not ready to finalize the team yet, right? What we need to do is get Razlovarg in the team with a speed or a lead and bringing an extra buff, right? So we'll bring that increased accuracy, we bring that increased speed. We'll put Geomancer in there, and then slow everyone down a little bit, and see if we can speed Anchorite up a little bit. I do wonder, because if you look at my silver, I've only got 1.2 million, and I've already been selling stuff to make silver back. I am curious, if I look at Anchorite, and I haven't looked at any equipped gear, so what do I have? What would be, I'm looking for substat speed equipped in a shield set. That would speed him up a little bit, but I don't really feel the need. And it needs to be HP, so we can't touch that. Frank, right. Is Godseeker your healer? I don't need a healer for this team because nobody takes any damage to their physical HP. Godseeker is a buff extender. That's why Godseeker's in the team. This can't change. None of these pieces can change because I need to have HP percent. Yeah, I need to have HP percent on these items because to make that initial shield bigger. Although, if we're doing it properly and extending it enough, I guess it doesn't. Now that we know that we're extending it enough, it may not matter. Because obviously the speed of Anchorite is a problem right now. Also, what I could do is just sacrifice Anchorite's damage and go Lore of Steel. That's an option as well. Or keep the damage and lose the defense tree to go Lore of Steel to make him faster. And I've already used my resets because I've been troubleshooting this all day. So Razelvarg would come instead of Ursula. So I brought Ursula in to test a theory. So you've missed some of it, Ox. So what was happening is Godseeker was dying. So I brought in Deacon and turned off his A3 for a speed lead to see if that would fix it. That didn't fix it. Then we brought in Ursula and realized because I wasn't bringing additional buffs for Wixwell to extend. So in all the videos I've watched, every team had 7 buffs because they were bringing in increased speed. I'm only bringing 6 without Ursula. With Ursula, I brought, or no, 5 and 6. With Ursula, I bring 7 because she brings the strengthen and she brings the increased attack because we already get the defense from Wixwell. And that made the shields really, really big. What just happened is Wixwell's shield fell off because of the speed disparity between him and Anchorite. So I just need to speed up Anchorite or slow down Wixwell and Godseeker. And then the Razelvarg will still bring 2 buffs. So she brings strengthen and increase attack. Razelvarg, and I could use High Katoon as well, but Razelvarg will do way more damage than High Katoon. So Razelvarg will bring increased accuracy and increased speed, which will speed the team up in general, and then increase. So that's 2 buffs that he brings, but he hits way harder. And then he brings a faster aura too in a 20% instead of 19% aura. And I don't necessarily, because he only places this increased speed one time, because it never falls off. So he won't outspeed them either, which was a fear I had in the past, that he would outspeed them and run off his own buffs, which we don't want to have happen. We do have this turn meter thing on his A1 that could be a bit of a problem, but I doubt it, provided that I account for it in a tune, right? The safe play is High Katoon, who is only level 40. Here's the flip side. What if I do High Katoon and I do her... That sounds bad. What if I use High Katoon as... Because that'll also increase my Faction Wars for Barbarian. She is a part of my Faction Wars team for Barbarian. So I could just do High Katoon, do the easy option. She's easier to book. I only need this to get booked. Actually, I don't even need it to get booked. I technically never need to use this ability again after the first round. But she would do less damage. I can't use her at 40 either, because at 40 her speed is actually way lower. I don't know. We're going to experiment, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Because I am going to go over to the main account, and we are going to pull some shards. So, this is a future me problem. We're going to figure it out. I could also just do Geomancer in that team, and then speed up my Anchorite as well. That's the other option. That option will work tomorrow, right? If I can figure out a way to speed up Anchorite, which I currently cannot do in the current gear that I'm using on him. Let me go ahead and turn this back on. So we are about to start pulling shards here. Let me go ahead and claim all of my items. We are on my main account, ladies and gentlemen, so if you're wondering where all these resources came from, this is not my free account. Okay. Let's see. I think I just need to do a 3-star, to be honest. I have nobody I want a 6-star on this account right now. Other than Fenix, but he should already be 6-starred, I think. Yep. And that's why we're pulling today. I'm going to start my recording, and you're going to hear about why I'm pulling and what I'm looking for here. So we're going to kick that off. Here we go. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock, and today's video we are pulling some shards. So the question is, why am I pulling shards? We don't have a 2x or anything, right? Well, we do have a progressive chance event, and the progressive chance right now has Kymar in it. He is one of my most wanted champions in the game right now, because I don't have any cooldown reset champions, which is what Kymar is great for. That's not all. There's also Fenax in here, who I really want duplicates of. So I will show you guys real quick. If we just do Fenax, I only have 2 copies of him. And I just 6-starred him because as a +4, I think he can smack. If I build him right, he might be able to smack as hard as my Mortu Macabre, who's a big part of my damage dealing teams on this account, on my my main account. Mortu Macabre is my biggest damage dealer, and I use him in several Go Second teams. However, he has his limitations when going up against teams with Harima, as well as some other limitations because Peril doesn't always get activated, right? It's only a 20% chance that it gets activated, and that doesn't always happen, and I lose. Well, the great thing about Fenax is that his heavy hitting ability and ability that will also prevent reviving is his A1 right here, and it places an extra hit if the target has any debuffs, which will help me, just like with Mortu Macabre, that'll help me get through Ultimate Death Knights, which is a problem for me. So I really want to be able to empower him, and that's why I feel like this is a fair time to pull, because I'm going to gain 2 birds with 1 stone. A couple of other things that I'm doing. I'm not spending my Ancient Shards, and I'm not spending my Void Shards. My Ancient Shard is right at the tip-top of Mercy. Now, RSL Helper is down, so I can't reaffirm that, but I did check the other day, and I saw that it was at the top of Mercy, and that could be really beneficial if they do another double legendary event. And then we do have a Void 2x coming up. Now, I don't pull my Void Shards. I'm saving them for the next big guaranteed. I missed out on White King Narcissus, and I really regret that. I don't want that to happen again. So I want to save those Void Shards for a potential guaranteed legendary. Ancient Shards, not so much, because you're talking 200 Ancient Shards most likely for a guaranteed. But with my Mercy being so high, I feel like I would rather, at this point on the account, go for a double legendary event. Some people call that a 1+1 event, because that's going to actually help me fill out things like Faction Guardians faster. Because I can get duplicates or get, stuff like that. I cannot think of any non-void legendary champion that I am so desperate to get that isn't a faction unity champion other than Kymar. I just can't think of one that I don't already have that would be able to impact my game significantly. Necmo Thar is an option, but I don't know that I would even use him in a main team anymore. Because I've gone a different route with some of the champions that I have pulled from varying events over time. Mighty Uko's up there, but that's for PvP, and I'm not as interested in that. So really, as I look through the rosters, there just isn't anybody outside of Prince Kymar that I really, really want, because I have every other role filled out in this game except for a refresh champion. So let's get to pulling. I'm just double checking and seeing if there is anybody that I'm missing or that I'm not thinking of, but that's just how I feel. What's up, Vodka? Vodka, I got some questions for you after I'm done this recording. Very important questions that, about my Wixwell team. So, Fearroll's up there too. I will say Fearroll is up there. His kit is really solid. Mostly his passive is really, really cool. So, and Glacid. So as far as non-voids, these guys are definitely up there as options that I'm looking for, but Kymar is my most wanted, so we are going to pull shards. I'm just going to pull my sacreds. That way I guarantee a chance at FedEx, and I don't mess with my mercy for ancients, and I don't want to spend any voids. I really want Terras. Not gonna lie, I do really want Terras, but I don't think it's worth potentially giving up a guaranteed Void Legendary in the future, which is something that I'm really saving up for, because, you know, it could be another Narcissus. So, I don't know. We'll see. I also don't know that Terras, while good, there are other, like a Yumiko is probably somebody I would chase for a little bit more. We are about to pull right now and see if we hit Kymar comp. So I waited just long enough for you guys so that you didn't miss the summons. So that's good news. I am streaming this live. When I stream this live, guys, I will be giving a free membership away to randomly whenever I pull a legendary. So if I pull a legendary today, I will gift memberships in the community. So if you are, I try to announce these ahead of time. I didn't know I would be doing this pull on short notice, but I did update that in my Discord and on my X or Twitter. So, you know, follow me on those platform, follow me on X, or hang out in our Discord, and you can get the latest updates on when I'm going to go live with events like this. So without any further ado, sorry for the long aside. Let's get started pulling. I am going to pull all my sacreds here. All right. I didn't look to see how much room I have, so I may have to make some room, but okay. Increased chance at Fennex, so we may get... Got a Delaja. Don't need that on this account. We have a +1 Lady Mikage, actually. Max. Nope. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got Samar Gem Cursed. I am not familiar with this kit, but yeah, not excited. You're not Kymar, sir. So, okay. Well, hey, I get to gift you guys a sub. So I don't need help with Bommel. Bommel is solved on this account. I don't need help there. I've got Lady Annabelle leveled up like crazy. All right, we are. We're all in. We got an increased chance at Kymar now, right? I can't even get a Fenax, dude. Like, all right, last Sacred. I might have to pull Ancients, and I'm really mad about it. I don't understand how I don't get a Fenax there. I don't understand. All right. I don't think there's a guaranteed legendary. There might be a 1+1 event that I'll regret breaking my mercy on, but I'm going to go back on everything I just said, and we're going to pull and try to see if we can get Kymar here. I'm going to have to make room, I think. I've only got 5 room, so let's upgrade my Fenax a bunch here. Actually, I should get rid of all this stuff. I probably don't have that many rares. I probably have a lot of epics. Chat is saying 25x is an illusion. Alright, that's a decent amount of room. I'm not... Once we pull a legendary, I'm not going to pull anymore. So I don't think I need to go that deep. I will pull by 10. Off to a great start. Really great start, guys. I don't know if you know. That's exactly what I was looking for. 9 rares. That's exactly what I wanted to see there. So happy that I decided to pull Ancient Shards for this. Really thrilled. Hey, I got a Fenax. Finally, I got my dupe. I'm pretty sure this is Mercy here. Like, I'm just entering Mercy. I'd still need to pull quite a few more Ancients. But we did get that dupe Fenax. In fact, we could use that to make room. But let's keep upgrading his level. I'm clicking too fast. My game is not keeping up with the speed of my clicks. I'm telling you guys. It's not me, it's the game. My APM is too fast for this game. Alright, I should be into Mercy. I could also be completely wrong about my Mercy on this, too. So, at least we got Fenax. Fenax. It's entirely possible I pulled Ancients while RSL Helper was down at some point. That, I'm really worried about that. I'm really worried that my Mercy tracker was completely off for times like this where I can't use it and it's not accurate. And I'm just going to end up blowing all of my shards for no reason because I wasn't even close. But you know what? I don't even care about Ancients anymore. I care about Voids more than that. And right now we have a +2 Fenax at least. So, Fenax. Alright, so I can tell you right now my Mercy tracker was wrong. Because it was at 170 something. It's not working right now, so I can't pull it up. But it was definitely wrong because I should have hit Mercy by now. So, I guess I'm all in. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. This is going great, guys. I don't know about you. Are you guys having fun? Is my misery amusing? Do I amuse you? Am I funny like a clown? Sorry, I love quoting random movies. It's one of my favorites right there. Chat's telling me it makes them feel happy. Well, hey, that's what I'm here for, right? As long as I can make you feel good about yourselves. Enjoy my misery as I spiral into... Okay, come on, Kymar. Grohawk, what even are you? Like, no. Bro. Am I like, I'm in it, right? I'm in it. I gotta pull. I gotta just keep going. Like, what's saving 15 gonna do for this account? Like, I just gotta go for it. You know? I get 2 flesh tears, even though I've got an increased chance at Fenax. Grohawk, what even are you? There's going to be a double legendary event on Ancients, too. And I'm going to have none in the bank. And no Mercy built. Okay. What is Mercy? So it's ancient 200 and then 5. So it's like what, 220 something, right? And I was at 170, and that would have been like my 60th pull or something. Yeah, 220. So I definitely was not close to Mercy. My tracker, I must have pulled ancients while my tracker was down. Hey, I'll take 2 legendary books though. I guess it's not all bad, right? There's something good that came out of that disaster. Oh man. Well, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my misery. I hope you enjoyed my pain. Welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel right now. Or becoming well, yeah, subscribing, sorry. It is the best way to support my channel. Did all my viewers just leave? I went down to 2 concurrent viewers after that. That's ridiculous. All right, anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Where did everybody go? Okay, no, there's all my viewers back. It literally went down to 2 concurrent viewers. I was like, you all just left me. All right, let me do this. Vodka, I need your help with this Wixwell team. I think I figured it out, but I want your insight. You're working, so you does that mean you cannot help me? That's okay if you cannot. I just want to clarify your statement. Okay. So here's what happened. All right. I have the Wixwell team built. It's actually been used on accident once. So the team I was previously using was Wixwell, Godseeker, Anchorite, Geomancer, Newt. The reason I was using Newt over Rathalos was because Rathalos was dying because he's very squishy. So he was taking too much damage and we weren't extending enough. What I've learned, we tried a speed lead that didn't fix it. Oh, sorry. So then I replaced Rathalos with Newt. So it was Geomancer and Newt. But then Godseeker kept dying or getting close to death. And what we learned was that I wasn't bringing enough buffs. But now I have, so I guess I don't really need your help because we solved it. I wasn't bringing enough buffs, and I didn't have a speed or a lead. So I need to, I want one of those buffs to be a speed buff. But now my problem is Anchorite is too slow. So eventually the team falls off because Anchorite can't keep up with my Wixwell, who's too fast. So what if we slow Wixwell down? How can I do that? I don't want to make him too slow, but I don't want him to be way faster than Anchorite. Now, how fast can I get Anchorite? Sounds like a panda fix. Get somebody ban this man. Oh, hey, before I do anything else, let me gift the membership too. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to stall on that. What is the fastest way to do this? I feel like, didn't I figure out last time I could do that through here? I know I figured it out last time, but I've lost it. Either way, I'll go do it here. And I do not have Demetha. Oh, vodka got it. That was random. I know, given everything, but it may seem like I just decided to give it to vodka, but that was random. I also need to stop forgetting to do very obvious important things when I go live. Like monetizing the freaking video. Okay. So Anchorite is 208 speed, but Wixwell's 253, 248. Yeah, you're good. All right, let's go to not that. The fitting room and test what a sword would do if I just focus on, let's say oh, it can't. Yeah. Um what would I want then? I don't want speed now. Or I guess I do want some speed because that would be what okay, so if I just put on a random one, that drops me 30 speed. That's too much. So we do want something with speed on it, but not part of a speed set. If I just take the speed set off, that should be fine. And then I want something that's leveled too. Um there we go. The accuracy would be nice. So 228 speed. I like this. Ah, damn it. It was this one, right? The accuracy. Yeah, I went with this one. Okay. It's such a frustrating thing. All right, so 228 speed. Godseeker is now 230 speed, so I have to make sure that I can't open with her A1. Let's see what this does with the current team. So Ultra Nightmare, team setup. I'm going to talk all this out because I need to make sure I don't screw this up. So the team stays the same, but Godseeker cannot open with her A2. So we need her to open with the A1 because she's faster than everybody, unfortunately. But Ursula's still bringing the extra buffs. So I'm only testing this right now to see if how this goes. Because we might be too slow now. The speeds were fine a second ago because we're bringing all these buffs. But now we also might be too slow. So we're really just looking at how big the shields get here. And then the cooldowns of the shields too, between all of the buff extenders. That Coke was very old. Not like, that's like just like an hour old, but. I also want to do some more experimenting now that we have the buff part of it figured out. If Rathalos can survive. Well, I'll just put Geomancer. Geomancer is better in here than Newt. If it ain't broke. So I just didn't change anything right now, but Geomancer does scale better. Yeah, everything's looking good. It's looking as good as it was before because we're bringing more buffs. So if you did a Wixwell team with 2 Godseeker and Eries, it won't work. All right. So it really looks like we fixed the team, by the way. Because we have 3 buffs on every shield on the entirety of the team. Or sorry, three turns on the buff for the entirety of the team. So we have a bigger cushion. Remember earlier, for those of you that were here earlier, the cushion fell off. So basically, Wixwell went down to 2 turns on his buffs, and then he went down to 1 turn on his buffs because he was outspeeding Anchorite. Yeah, okay. So we've got it figured out. How do I... need to find a way to get traction on a video better. Because I really feel like I've unlocked something here that no one else is talking about. And it's the number of buffs that you bring. It really feels like no, like you guys saw it, right? I mean, those of you that were here earlier, you saw it. Until we brought Ursula, this wasn't working. I wonder what speed I would need Razzlevarg at to make this work. And if I could do it on him as a level 1. Oh no, Ursula's gonna die. Ursula lost her shield. So now Ursula's the problem. So it is a speed issue too. Alright, I do have an idea. So I previously had Godseeker. I've changed all her gear. We're good there. Alright, here's what we need to do. We need my reflex set, since we do want him slower. We need my reflex set that I have built on him. So, equip that. Dude. Honestly, I should turn it on. I'm moving all this gear around. I have 3 extenders. What are you talking about? Godseeker, Anchorite, Wixwell. I'm not saying it that way to be snarky. You need 3 counting Wix. You need 3 including Wixwell. The buffs are not falling off. They're not falling off out of timing issue. Like no one's outpacing the buffs. The buffs are coming off because they're getting damaged off by the clan boss, which means that Wixwell isn't enlarging them enough. Wixwell enlarges them proportionate to the number of buffs which had their duration increased. So previously I wasn't bringing enough buffs, and now I'm bringing enough buffs, but I'm too slow. But putting him in reflex, and then my plan, I need to get him faster. I don't have a lot of speed on reflex gear is the problem. Defense percent, substat speed. Nope. Substat speed. I'd set filters equipped. Priority stats are speed. Yeah, he's got the fastest chest for it. Okay, what if I do speed with substat, defense percent? Do I really want to slow down my Arbiter? I mean, I already drastically brought his defense down to get the reflex gear on him. And now he's very slow. I haven't been looking at... Damn it, I lost all my filters too. Alright, hang on a second. I use the HH optimizer. I'm not trying to go like... I'm going back and forth between several characters and changing a lot of different stuff. It's not necessarily that cut and dry. I'm trying to get an understanding of the gear that I have on my account. I love the HH optimizer. That's not the issue. I'm just also trying to get an understanding of what I have on my account and ways to make it work. Because here's exactly what's going to happen if I put this in the optimizer. The optimizer, I'm going to say, hey, I need to use a set of reflex, and I need to hit this speed, which I don't even really know the speed I need to hit. All right, what shield set do I have on this account? Sorry, reflex. What reflex gear do I have on this account? This is it. Okay, cool. Is that including equipped? Oh my god. I just don't know that I can make this work. Yeah. Oh, this is so annoying. Problem I have now is I don't even remember the gear that I had on him a second ago, and that's frustrating. Okay. I'm worried about that shield fucking it up. I don't even know what impulse gear is, so I'm going to definitely say no. Definitely not. I don't do live arena on this account enough. I've just ruined everything because I don't even remember what gear was on him before. Thank you, Sky. I did. I picked the wrong helmet. I picked a faster helmet. It was this one. All right. God damn. Okay, hold on. So this is the one where Wixwell is slower, 228 than Godseeker, 230. Okay, cool. God damn it. This is beyond frustrating. Like, you know your game that everyone does this to reset their clan boss. So, can we just make it so I don't have to do this every time and crash my game to reset clan boss? Because I made a stupid mistake and didn't turn on an ability. Like, is it that hard? I feel like it doesn't need to be that hard. Alright. Alright, so Wixwell... Oh, it was on. And she's opening with the A1. So, everything is working by default. Also, now that I think about that, I need to open her with that and then don't use it again. And then this should be priority. Because she's using... That's wasted... That's wasted damage. Open with the A1. Put it on her. And let it go. Alright, so here's my thought, right? The shield was breaking too fast. Even though we have the appropriate number of buffs. Because I slowed down my Wixwell and my Godseeker. I can't speed up Anchorite. Anchorite's my shield set champion. I don't have good enough shield set gear that has speed on it to make him faster. He is in 4-piece shield set and 2-piece speed. Knowing that, we need to find a way to reduce the damage so that these shields don't fall off. What happened in the other run, we went many, many more turns, but then we outpaced Anchorite. We went too fast, and Anchorite couldn't extend the buffs long enough, and we eventually outran the shields. No, I opened with it. I should have opened with it, and it fell off. Okay. You're correct. It did. I didn't mean to turn it completely off. Thank you for pointing that out. Because I would not have noticed. There we go. Thank you. Open with that, and then it never needs to be used again because the buff stays on because we're extending it over and over again. Open with the A1. I'm only doing that so she doesn't get stunned to start the fight. Otherwise, he uses it on himself. Good reflex gear does make this easier because then there's like all you need is one time for him to use it an extra time and you're pretty much good. So the way that I tell how big the shields are getting is I'm looking at the HP bars of my champions here. Let me explain my thought process now that I've fixed that one issue with Ursula. So one thing that I was having happen was I'm thinking that the combination of decreased damage and the strengthen will help us get this shield big enough that it doesn't get too weakened too early. So we're at turn 9. We'd really love to see this go down to about 2 HP bars. No, I think if you're very early in the game, you should be saving your sacreds for 2x events. On my free-to-play, I didn't pull any sacreds in this recent shard pull. I only did it on my main account. Because I was chasing Kymar on my main account. So I'm hoping between the decreased attack, the passive from Geomancer, and Strengthen, that we are reducing the damage of Clan Boss enough that we can now keep Ursula alive. So we need this once we if this goes down to 2 bars, then I think we're good. Because you'll see she's at 3 bars now. But he's about to extend again. So he's starting to do more damage now than we're prepared to handle. I think it's still bad. Oh, we went down to 2 bars. So what's going to give it away if anyone's going to die? The shield set buff goes away first. That's how you can tell when someone's going to die. Everyone's... We need to see these kinds of shields on these two. We see it on Godseeker. We need to see it on Ursula before this damage starts ramping up. Why are you saying that? She doesn't get stunned. She's under intercept. You really don't know anything about Wixwell, do you? He's targeting her with it, but she's not actually getting stunned. Oh. Either way, everything's fine. It won't happen anymore now because everyone else finally has intercept on them. The problem is that I can't control who he intercepts. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm sorry for saying that you were wrong. I can't control who he intercepts, but he will target someone that doesn't have intercept, which is only Godseeker and Neri now. So she's going to get intercept applied. She's going to get stunned here, but that won't happen again. And that's not as big of a deal. Also, his intercept isn't booked, which is why this is happening more often. So now she has intercept. She'll take the next stun, and he's going to intercept only Godseeker from now on. If his intercept was booked, this wouldn't be a problem, because he would have gotten intercept out to the whole team faster. But intercept is missing the cooldown. It needs one more book that I don't have. And everybody's shield is 3 stacks or higher. So this works. So see, she took two hits, and now he's going to intercept her. Arjun, I used 3 books. If I bring a speed or a lead and a speed buff, I will hit 9 stacks. I am getting worried. Yes, we did get pretty low there, but now that Godseeker won't get stunned anymore, I think we're back on track. So there's 50 turns. Wait, he puts... Oh, damn, she is going to get stunned again. I need the cooldown on that. I need the cooldown on that because he just put it on somebody else because she had a stack, I guess? And now she has no stacks, and he's not going to be able to put it out again before he stuns again because it's on a 4-turn cooldown. Maybe that's been the problem this whole time. Maybe that's why his stacks fell off when we first introduced... Maybe it wasn't even a speed issue. Maybe it wasn't that Anchorite was falling too far behind. Maybe it was that Godseeker was getting stunned. And I was just taking for granted that he was putting Intercept on her. So who's he gonna... Who does he Incipio there? I don't understand this game's logic and why you wouldn't target the person that only has one stack of it. It's who has it, and the leader has highest threat, while spot 5 has lowest. You won't target counterattack, so spot 2 is your stun target. I'd put Ursula there and see if he will swap to stunning her. I like... Thank you. Thank you. Why don't we go ahead and do that? We know this works. Ah! Oh, man. Alright. You know what you're going to like about this, too? Vodka, is that I'm going to keep tinkering with this to try and get more damage out of it, as you love to do. Alright. Ursula, Godseeker. We need to make sure that Godseeker opens with the A1, prioritizes Quest for Meaning. We need Ursula to open and don't use with Requiem, and then prioritize Waves of Grief. Everything looks good. And if Ursula's taking the stun every time... Here's the thing, though. On Affinity, if it's a wrong Affinity, Anchorite's going to take the stun, right? And there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. But we know now that it works even if the stun target is wrong. or for now. But this will give us a better theoretically this will give us a better start. I also can do it on full auto because it doesn't matter who gets intercept, because if Ursula gets stunned, we don't care. As long as Ursula gets to use that ability right there, so that those buffs can get extended. Geo getting stunned is perfectly fine. And yep, there you go, Ursula. But Geomancer fixed everything now. So the next thing I need to make this work is either a speed or a lead that brings increased speed, which for me would be Razzlevark. And that would replace Ursula, so I could bring the damage that I need. The other thing I could do... Let me look up Sandslash Survivor. Because I have her. And it's possible that she might solve my problems too. Places ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns. Oh, that'll never go off. Okay. So she doesn't solve my problem. Because I was thinking she would bring additional buffs to extend. Yeah, the easy version of this is Haikatoon. But then I'm using Haikatoon as a damage dealer, which I don't really want to do. I would rather bring Razzlevark because he can just do actual damage. Mithrala for Ursula? She would bring the increased attack and strengthen, yeah. And then bring poison. That's, yeah. She does exactly the same thing, but then brings poison damage. I think Razzlevark for Ursula would be better, personally. Because if the team's fast enough, then you don't need the strengthen. We only need strengthen because the team is slow. Because I had it at a high speed. I bet you, if I go back and put Newt, no, Newt won't work. If I did yeah, there's no real I need the buffs in order to increase the shield faster. So I was gonna say I bet if I put one of the other damage dealers I was using before in Mithrala's slot. Oh shit, no, Mithrala's gonna die. It doesn't work. So I'm gonna tell you how I know she's gonna die. She doesn't have the shield from the shield set. It got damaged off. So Mithrala's too weak to be in that spot. And this is what was happening to Godseeker. So when in my original runs, my testing for this, right? Godseeker was dying here, and I built her up and I made her tankier to be in this spot, which she now is. She has more defense. So Ursula only has 1,970 defense, but Godseeker's got 4,800. He, I don't. So he won't do that. I get what you're saying about Razzlevarg, and I have my concern is actually more so the turn meter on the A1 than anything else. But so he will place the speed once, but then it'll get it buff extended, so he wouldn't place it again, and his speed then won't increase too fast. I can also just build him slower. I could also just turn this off. I don't really care about any of her other stats, do I? Even her speed, I don't care about. She might set off the rest of the tune, but... Yeah, no, I don't want to turn it off. I was just saying. All right, his base speed is 105. What does he get at 60? Does it go up? Yeah, it goes to 110. Oh, Mithrala's defense based too, so she'd be more than good enough to take that done. I realized I wasn't looking at the proper stats. Razzlebarg's base defense is 1,057. Mithrala's is 1,354. Yeah, Ursula's only 900. Oh man. Well, I know it works with Godseeker in that spot because we just saw it work. Unless there was a 5%, right? Because I do have in his masteries, I do have Cycle of Magic. So a 5% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill, right? The problem is that that could also decrease his A3. I'm hoping that it only decreases the A2. Like, I had this at one point where Godseeker was in Reflex. But the shield wasn't getting big enough for everyone to live. All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this run tonight. I already oh, shoot. I still need to do Nightmare. Well, let's see how this does on Nightmare. Ooh, I can quick battle it. Should I take the risk? You guys think it'll do enough on Nightmare? In this configuration? We're going to find out. Here we go. Taking a while. That's a good sign. All right, so on Nightmare, we're hitting 1,500 turns with this setup. So we know I'm right. We know we built it right. It's just Ultra Nightmare does too much damage. So I need to rebuild Ursula or swap her out for speed and damage. Or some kind of damage dealer that brings buffs for the team as well. For the whole team. Because, like, it won't work with Rathalos because he only buffs himself. And I don't think there's really anybody that... on this champion, yeah. Taragi might work. Not enough defense, though. God damn it. He's not here. He's not here to hear me say it. That Bambus would actually make this really easy. Although I don't know how hard Bambus hits. So I will say that. I don't know how hard he hits. Razzlebarg just makes a lot of sense. Hey, real quick question. Are you guys seeing ads? I don't understand how the app gives me a better information than what I get off the damn program. That's how I can tell. Okay. Sorry that I'm quite quiet, guys. I'm looking at something. So what I'm looking at is that I'm not properly monetizing my videos when I go live. So you guys aren't seeing ads in the video or in the live, which of course is great for you guys, but not so good for me. So I have to remember how I fix that. So what if I do this? That's why. I remember now. I bet you I know how to fix it. So hey. All right. You're going to see ads in like 20 seconds. Hopefully they're not too crazy long. But I need to make a checklist for myself of the things I need to do when I go live. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm going down analytical rabbit holes right now. All right. Riveting stuff, I know. All right. You should see. By the way, you should try pushing Iron Twins. It is a bit of a joke now. Yeah, I did actually. I'm realizing now that I don't have content for tonight. I did get up to stage 7, but stage 6 is where I would. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I haven't. The Iron Twins reset, but yes, I was able to push up to I think like stage 10 with my current team, but it's not an optimized team for the new difficulty, so pretty sure I can do that. I'm definitely going to focus on pushing it later. I don't. I've got. I still got to get this clan boss team figured out, and I need to farm some silver too. Like you can see, like I sold all of my resilience and most of my perception to get enough silver to do what I needed to do. So silver is becoming a problem again, and it hasn't been in the past. That's because I'm burning through gear to get this team to work. I'm gonna run the team tonight with the configuration that worked. So it didn't work, vodka, when I switched Ursula. I don't know if you were here for that part or not, but it didn't work because Ursula is too weak to be able to take the stun and regular damage. She needs more defense. And unfortunately, with the status of my account right now, including equipped, that's kind of where I'm at because I don't have the resources I feel like to afford a re-gear on her, although there are definitely champions that I could take gear off of right now. And what about gloves? For science, though, I think it's worth testing this stuff. Jesus. Ugh. Still so under defense. The speed's fine, I feel like. Definitely don't need an attack ring. But I don't have one leveled. I suppose I can take this one to just 12. And then defense neck. We do still want accuracy on the banner, I feel like. Not for this fight, but I feel like for in general. And I can't upgrade a defensive banner anyways. So now I'm looking for speed, accuracy, and defense percentage, including equipped. There we go. I don't use Skull Crusher. I mean, maybe for Faction Wars, but I'm okay with him being weak. 3k defense. I feel better about that. Not ideal. This would give me a little bit more. And I can't get anything off of a weapon anyways. And this has defense percent as a substat. It's just not boosted. I'll take it. Okay, sorry, what was her final stat line? Is she super slow now? No, she's still 207 speed. Alright, now we test it again. I forgot. Oh, it worked on Nightmare Vodka. I did it on Nightmare with Ursula in the previous build. No problems. Worked like a charm. Totally fine. Clan Boss on Ultra Nightmare just does too much damage. But we buffed up her defense. Let's see if that works. I'm going to waste the gems for science, whatever. The team should be fine, and I don't care who he puts intercept on. So I think we can just run it. And we'll find out. If it looks like it's going well, I'm going to let this run out, but I'm going to stop stream. Because I gotta go to... I should be in bed in 1 minute. So really, this is just for science. And then I don't have any content coming out today, I guess. I'll post my shard video tomorrow. And then I'll make a free-to-play video on this tomorrow as well. My plan, so I got on at like 7 o'clock and started doing this, and I thought I had it working right away. I ran it for like 6 turns and was like, yeah, it's working. Totally fine. Everything's great. Recorded a video, and it failed in the video, and then I've been troubleshooting it ever since. Nice. Grats on the Hydra run. Alright, we need to see a big shield. We want her to get down to 3 bars of HP here. Which we did. We saw that worked. So turn 18 was the magic number on Godseeker before. So far we're looking good. So what I want to see is that magic shield where all the bars get that. I want to see that right there. I want to see that. If I can see that on Ursula, we're good. Easy fix. Increased her defense because she was in crit rate. She was in attack percent chest. Like, she was not built to survive. Now see, she's at 2. Her bars went down. If she loses this shield, I think we're past the breaking point, though. Because I feel like his shield growth gets progressively better the longer the fight. So I'm feeling like we've hit the point of no return, where he's going to increase that shield by such a large amount now that it's outscaled. Yeah, there we go. I do want to play with this in the future, but I mean, I feel like we've really did great here. What do you guys think? You think we got it? I think we got it. I feel like I need to make a PowerPoint presentation on how to, like, explain this. And I'm still not convinced that it's the strength and damage reduction as much as it is just the extra 2 buffs. I still think that's the solution here. Because it feels like you just need to survive, like, It feels like you just need to go 19 turns without anybody losing a shield buff and you're fine. I'm curious about the scaling here too. So now we're at turn 50. So we've hit the unkillable point. Does way less damage than an unkillable team though. I'm worried now, even with Geomancer's damage. I'm curious to see... Does the reflex damage have a cap? It does. I think it's a large number. I can't quite see what it is. So yes, is it 75,000? Is that the reflect damage cap? Or is that War Master? I'm saying all these numbers in there. Like that all of that was Geomancer's damage. I'm just trying to get a feel for how much damage Geo's actually doing. Because my theory was that it would scale up. As the clan boss does more damage, Geomancer would do more damage because of the reflect. But there's a cap on it, right? It is 75k. Okay. And there's two reflect damages going off. So you have all the Geomancer reflect damage, and then you have the reflect damage of Ursula, because she reflects damage of anybody that has increased defense. Whose damage scales nonstop? Skydoodle. We're still taking damage. We're not. It's not unkillable. It's not block damage. See, that was 57,000 damage right there. We'll wait till he does a single target hit. $44,493 is War Master. That didn't even give me a number. That just said reflect. Oh, because he... No, he was not under an HP burn there. What's up, THC? Thank you. That's what I needed to know, Skydoodle, that he does reflect the damage, even with a shield. Oh, that's why it said reflect damage, but it gave 0 value. So that one, yeah, so reflect damage, but 0 value, because that was the one that had the increased... That was her reflect damage right there. But now, all this reflect damage is Geomancer's. Okay. I don't have to use that blessing on her. That's an old blessing from... I haven't changed any blessings on her. So all that reflect damage, but I can't tell... So it seems to be capped at 75,000. Because the clan boss is hitting super hard. Like, clan boss hit for 30k right there. Twice. So the other number is just under the 75k. And I just can't see it because it's all jumbled together. And that number is theoretically scaling up. The problem is every time he stuns, he runs out of the HP burn. So that would be the best way that I'd be able to see how much damage gets dealt back to him. Yeah, because I just can't see any of the other numbers in there because they're all jumbled together. There was some 50Ks in there that I saw. See, those are 5s. And then I saw a 44 in there. Also could look like a 5, right? Yeah. Really hard to tell. The best way to tell would be if he would use the stun while he's under an HP burn. Ooh, I got 3 stacks of it. Maybe it'll happen this time. Maybe he'll stun under an HP burn. No, it's gonna tick off. Yeah, it ticks off. I thought Geomancer placed it as a 2-turn thing, so it must be a 3-turn place, and I don't know what masteries Geomancer has. Hey, we hit a 1 key. That's going to make testing these rounds easier. 3-turn place on a 3-turn cooldown. Got it. Those were 4s again, so yeah, there's no consistent. I think it's got a cap or something, or he's just not scaling after turn 50 anymore. Doesn't matter. It clearly works. That's the part that's important. So if I need to say this out loud to make sure that I don't screw this up. So work with me here. If I end this run now, because I've already done more than enough damage to the clan boss today. If I end this run right now, I will have unlocked quick battle. Without, if I end it without closing the game, if I just click end battle, I will have, okay. Because there is no reason. Alright. So on Nightmare, I did 210 million vodka with that team, and that was before I fixed the Ursula problem. But oh, is that what he shoot? I can't look now, can I? I'm sorry. So I don't need it, but I do want to put Razzlebarg in this team. However, if we look big picture right now, we're good. The next thing that I need to do is build Godseeker in regen. Which is going to be hard, it turns out. Well, wait, no. That's so regen gloves and then regen everything else in the top row. So I guess that's fine. As long as, do I have, okay. Okay, yeah, I can do it. As long as these roll, I need speed on them though. So this piece I could use, right? Yeah. But I can't use, I mean, these helmets are not ideal for what I'm looking to do. And then what was the ones that the primary defense percent ones that we had a second ago? Did any of them have speed? Yes. Okay. That's actually a really good piece for what I would want to do with her too. Problem is I may need her speeds to be much faster than what we want for this run. Who else? Look, I'm not saying so this is what it was explained to me about Razzlevarg in a buff extension team. Places 30% increased speed buff and increased accuracy on all allies for 2 turns. He won't place it if the buff is extended. He's not going to place a 2-turn increased speed if everyone's under a 3-turn. Therefore, he would not gain his passive. And therefore I wouldn't outrun the team. I could also just build him slower. His speed doesn't matter. It matters for his damage. It doesn't matter for the run. You run your so you run the slow the slow team for Godseeker. Yeah. I run the fast team on the main account. I'm gonna swap over to that and show you my. But it's not gonna matter. I think the slow team will be even easier for Sand Devil because he's so squishy now. So my Godseeker is 269 speed. No, so there's two new Godseeker teams. There's the fast team where the speeds are really high, but you have to have the higher blessing, I think it was. And then they found that a slow team would work and you could do it with a lower blessing. I think it was. Saf talked about it in a video. So I'm at 79k HP, 5400 defense, and 269 speed. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not. Um, I remember a very specific video because I was trying to solve this for a very long time on this account, and what I ultimately did, I used the optimizer to find suggested teams, and I tried to get as close to their stats as I could. I was way higher than them as far as defense and HP, but I couldn't match the speeds that they were running on their teams. This is before the nerf, by the way. And then eventually I was able to squeeze out with some really high quality rerolls on of HP and defense in certain areas. I was able to squeeze out the stats that I needed to get my newt healthy enough to survive in the with the higher speed run that I was doing. I will not be completing Doom Tower hard on the free to play this rotation. Oh, for my free to play. Yeah. No. I would definitely go for a slower speed team, um, because I don't have the blessings and all of that stuff. Yeah, no, exactly, vodka. You're you're exactly right. Um, the slower team was easier, but it didn't. I guess I couldn't find a good enough reference for it. The other problem was getting to stage 25. I ran into problems along the way as I tried to level the team up, which should not be an issue now moving forward. Why would Delaja be new on this account? I've done the fusion for Mikage. Oh, I know why. Because I got the champion. I got. Who is it that you need Delaja for? Is it Tatsu? I swear to God, there was a red dot for this faction. What am I missing? Oh, Grohawk. Yeah, gross. You said this guy's good for Bommel? Oh, hey, look at that. That's pretty easy Bommel, huh? Okay, so Kira. You said Kira is the one that you get from Delaja? I think any team that does Sand Devil dies a lot, right? Oh, that's why my newt, because I was running such a fast team, that's why my newt had to be so healthy. If I was running a slow team, it would have been much easier. I like you, Carl. Caroline is interesting. But I don't really know too much of where I would use him. I use your Carl on the main account. I actually just mastered him. I have yet to test him with his new masteries though. On Doom Tower Hard on my free to play, the next stage of Bommel, I'm level 50. Lady Annabelle, I don't think is gonna cut it. Didn't I say I was supposed to go to bed half hour ago? But yeah, that makes sense because what's happening, what I think you're describing is what's happening on so on this one, Newt never dies except when Sand Devil does his big attack. You if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is that Sand Devil would kill Ninja, he would get revived, do his abilities while he's sleeping, and then die. But that was okay because Godseeker wouldn't revive him on accident. For me, when Newt would die, because the team was too fast, Newt would die and then get revived too early. So I can't let Newt die. So I had to increase Newt's stats drastically in order to get him to survive. And that was probably the harder way to do it. I should have just lowered their speeds and I would have been fine. I think a big part of why I didn't do that is because I put her regen gear was so stacked, right? So because I was trying to hit high speeds. So we're talking, double speed rolls, triple speed rolls. It's like, oh god, I need to find HP percent. I don't even have any regen gear. There it is. I probably could have just put her in HP percent boots and called it a day. That probably would have done the trick. But either way, I think I can build her now on the free to play for the buff extensions. And should be good. Oh, hey, if you guys are buying stuff, I wanted to tell you this. I didn't do this in a video recently. Where's this stupid gift thing? Here it is. So, you can't stack. So this was like 30, I think about something that was like 30 bucks. And then if you add another $10 on it, it doesn't stack. In case you were wondering. I did it for science. I swear. I'm so mad about this Kymar thing, man. But I did get the Fenaxes, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'll show you mine real quick. I don't mind. In fact, I should probably just run it tonight. Because now I try to run it as much as I can. So I'll do a super raid on it. It's a lot faster now with the nerf. Your Godseeker's got more HP than me. But yeah, see, he doesn't die now. I'm thrilled. This used to be an all-night commitment. Like, all right, I'm gonna run that all night long. And now it's like, oh yeah, I can run it in an hour. What I like about this is he gets the Blessed Bash once before the boss goes to sleep. It did that before, too. So now I'll have one more Blessed Bash, then he'll kill me, and then another Blessed Bash, and we'll be done. So 52 turns. Minute 40. Now that was actually my fastest run right there. I don't think I've done it that much since the nerf. I don't need to do either of that on this account. On my free to play, yes, I will. My plan is to build that team. I'm not in a rush to build that team though. I need to save resources right now. Like I am starved on that account for silver. I don't know what tournament. If there's a spider tournament, I'm gonna do it. Which will probably be next week if I had to guess. I know there's a calendar on Plarium here. Let me pull that up. So Ice Golem right now, is that right? So Spider is Sunday. Okay. So technically I'm right. But I need to be spending my energy on that account generating resources right now. I guess what ice. Well, I should go do Ice Golem, huh? Because is Ice Golem reflex? Who's reflex? Do I care? Do I care? This team works. We haven't tested it on Spirit Affinity. That could be a problem. But the team works. So do I care? Or do I say, hey, clan boss is solved. I can one key everything. Let's move on to the next thing. Oh, I'm on my main account. I was like, how do I have another clan boss key? Yep. Yep. Barely, but yep. That team failed. And then this hard team will fail. But extra gems, please. Yeah, I think clan boss is solved. I move on, and I just have to make sure that any rebuild I do of Godseeker in the future doesn't hurt me on that team. It shouldn't, though. It shouldn't. So now, where should I focus next? Do I go hard dungeons, I guess? Hydra. I probably should do Hydra next, huh? I respectfully disagree with you regarding Sand Devil dungeons being overrated. And I say that because if you can get to stage 25, I say that. Because re-rolling, being able to re-roll Ascension stats is very, very big. Like, that is some big stat bonuses that you can give. I mean, this is a lot of extra attack and crit damage, especially. And so, like, to have the ability to re-roll this and try to get attack percent. All right, well, I just proved your point, but still. Yeah, I love the Shogun is very easy to get exactly what you want. This is a problem. Would it have been no, because you still have all the same stats as a chest. Yeah, getting the right roll on your chest and your boots is really annoying. And it's very easy to blow it all, like you just witnessed on bad stuff. Because honestly, I would have preferred to have that probably for Fennex when I'm done building him. I don't really know why. I know exactly what I need to do tonight.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hey, Twist, thank you for subscribing. I need to get masteries on champions that need them. So, Lady Mikage. Theodore's gonna need them, but that is my focus right now. Maybe I get them on Theodore instead of Lady Mikage, or both, I guess. I think my second Newt doesn't have masteries. Nope, he does. I need to fix my other Newt's masteries too. Do I care about the gems? I don't know. That's a future problem. I'm not worried about it. Well, I need to do Mikage's masteries because she's my live arena, like, go-to champion right now. But she needs to be rebuilt entirely. If I'm going to only use her in live arena, I need to rebuild her. I mean, I use her everywhere, to be honest, but mostly in live arena. What is insane to me, guys, is that she has no masteries for accuracy or any of that stuff, and because of the where is the, I guess it's built into the kit, right? So the ignore resistance that's built into the kit, because of that, I land everything. Yeah, I land everything. Maybe there's a Mithrala that I can't get past, but that's a big maybe. All right. I am gonna log off for the night. Listen, Monday I am gonna record content. I don't think I stream anymore this weekend. Monday morning, she has a lot of accuracy. Like she is pretty stacked on accuracy. So 480 accuracy with no masteries. I'm gonna find you. Where you at? Where you at, Vodka? Where's your team, huh? Where's your team? I'm gonna find you. 900 resist. Very nice. What's my... Yeah, I need more resistance then. If that's the standard for resistance, I I need to get more. Can I go this? I mean, wait, what is it? 10? Yeah, I'm not worried about 10 resistance. Sorry. A mere mortal like yourself. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a resistance chest. I have one though. In stone skin even. Tempting to consider, but it's usually not a problem. This build is mostly only for Tag Team Arena. Stop distracting me from getting offline, guys. Oh, okay. I truly don't know what I want to do next. I guess Hydra is it on the free to play. So I'm very excited about that. I don't know who to build next though. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Monday morning, I will be streaming. I hope to go stream every single day next week and make sure I turn on ads and not make, because that I've been like, what is going on? I've been streaming, people are showing up, I don't understand. It helps if I turn on the ways to make money. That's a really good idea. Right, guys? Thanks for watching. I'll see you on I guess technically next week. Bye, guys.